La 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 la. La, 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 la. Hello, hello, good morning. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Coming to you live from City of the Colony. Today we shall look at what I see or tag or what's as what we our expectations from the poor people of Nigeria. I mean, if you say this message is directed to the diasporans, you'll be right. If you say the message is directed at the elite, you're right. If you say it's directed at the middle class, if there's anything like that in Nigeria at this point, you're also right. If you say it's dedicated to people who are privileged to experience one form of education or the other, expose, you're also right. But what you want to women know say they come and tell us right at the eve of the election, say 133 million people are in what? Multidimensional poverty. The more I think about that, the more I try to put in some statistics in place, put in one or two things that I to try and make sense of what is happening. I just I keep arriving at that conclusion that this grammar, this English way they speak, now go destroy all of us, could kill all of us. Because waiting be dimensional self. But of course, we ran away with that because it sounds so sexy, so good. At that point, I know everybody multi-dimensional, every media house in particular. They fall in love with that, just as we don't fall in love with the subsidy or a palliative. These are words that. So this grammar will kill us. Now, if we actually want to break that multi-dimensional down into two, which we will try, and see if we are fair or we are being realistic in our expectation of the same people that they were affected with this multi-dimensional. So, ladies and gentlemen, Nigeria will go start. Hopefully, we'll go end there. But this is all not politics. Where we talk politics and policies. Nigeria is the focus, but fuck it. Nigerian, we are everywhere. So we talk about everywhere, everything. Just like Blinken, the Secretary of State, United States, was in China, was in Beijing, dishing out threats. Lord, life is good. I ain't gonna lie, man. It's good to be alive. You should be lucky to be alive at this time in human history to see what's going on. The man was in Beijing pretty much dishing out threats, trying to tell China to stop doing business, to slow down or to hold their business, especially technology sales to Russia and blah, 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 along the line. And the Xi, Xi, president of the Chinese people, in response said that, you know, they will say one thing and they will do another thing. Literally calling the Americans, the Washington gangs, hypocrites. Hypocritical that they will say this, they will do. So they are renewing on their promises and all that. So the world is in a cold war. I think if I said that, I will not be exaggerating and I will not be sound conspiratorial. Um, and it's going to continue for decades if care is not taken. I would be we just hope that it heads there. If not, if you enter Bagbos, one Naija, you no get choice. You go enter khaki, British khaki or Spanish khaki anywhere you dey. You go join the Bagbos. We no go allow you come back to Ibadan. Lala. If not, they go find you come. All of una we don japa, we don bye bye to Nigeria, don collect their allegiance. We close our borders and our airport. Una go join those Bagbos. Anyway, so that's something that is unfolding as we speak. Okay, so pay attention to that. Those who love world and regional politics. Of course, you always get hints and details from here now. You know now. We are equipped. We there everywhere. We there everywhere. We're on the street. As we did street for America, we did street for Beijing, we did street for Canada, we did street for West London, where I be one Naija. No be we did there, where you did, no be street we did for there too. We did everywhere. Anyway, welcome to Honor Politics. Grab yourself a cup of coffee if you are like me, you know, wine, water, juice, whatever the heck you are into. Let's get it cracking. And Nigeria, plenty things to talk about. We'll skip all the distraction that is happening, the Oshomoles conundrum and Yaya Bello that is still on the air, the the those who want to take over Tunubu and Tunubu. Waiting I see to this morning again, sef. I saw something that I gotta see. I gotta go back to. I saw some. Senator people, Senate, they don't get new house, they don't get new seats, they don't know how to behave again. Like what the fuck, God. Anyway, I don't want that. I don't learn. I know they get anything from all this their distraction. They don't innovate their house for them. Their chamber where they don't know they used to. Maybe that the new one. They don't innovate that for them. Their first day for office, they begin fight for where to sit, who to sit here, who to sit here. Who like, oh my god. So you see all those canteen, now they go take, before you know now, then will find them, they go find better grammar, they analyze them. Then they go bring senator comes, dedicate a whole full section. They talk to them about how they misbehave for inside. Why Bola Tinubu is busy going around begging for money to come and share for him and his friends. Hmm? So all these are the I know there are those distractions out there, but we are just going to go skip all that. I know there's first scarcity. That one's help there. First scarcity. They never see excuse. No, that's why they never make it. They never to the argue on top TV because they never see excuse where they go take give for that way. They are looking for it. Once they get on like this, bam, they will come back. They'll come. So those are there are a few distractions like that. Mm, we'll skip to all the rest guys. Then I know the all these children what they call Kid and Davido. Well, I don't know. I know. I won't say na copy. They copy. Waiting the apple for America or not because Americans companies they manage and give them plenty money. So I don't understand why people are Nigerians are giving them so much. But I get it. 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 Yeah, shit like that is it's everywhere. But I don't enjoy gossip like that. So let's go to real shit. Let's go to real shit, which is politics, right? So talking about expectation on Nigerians, we want them to produce the president. We want them to organize. We want them to do right. We want them to impeach their senator. We want them to shit. We want them to do everything. 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 We just want them to do everything. We want them to go out there in mass and vote. We want them to provide electricity for themselves. We want them to provide roads. We just want this multidimensional poor people to do everything. So maybe not because the word multidimensional, now all of us, including me, no agree understand. So we'll dig into it and then we'll see where we see that we especially us in diaspora that laziness, foolishness, laziness, then they worry all of us. Intellectually lazy, financially lazy. We are just no. Sorry. Well, lazy is a part of it. That's why we they produce, we they suggest harsh, short, temporary, now solution. Do the same money again. No could do this. No good. No. But anyway, let's dig it. Good day, fellow panelists. Kindly like and share. Thanks. One and yeah. Thank you. So let's see and try to make sense with this multidimension. So what is multidimensional poverty in Nigeria? This is an article on Springer's link. Right. This was actually published in November 12th, 2021. They describe the Nigerians, that is the national MMP for Nigerian include unemployment as a dimension. This indicates that a household with a 15 household member and above who is available for work yet is looking for one is unemployment deprived. A household in Nigeria is multidimensionally poor if it is deprived of more than quarter of the weighted indicator. So anagram, but let's break it down. Definition of a multidimensional poverty. What is this multidimensional poverty? People say multidimensional poverty is the condition of suffering from multiple disadvantages, such as lack of clean water, poor sanitation, poor nutrition, lack of electricity, limited schooling, and household unfucking employment. Now, this is not my definition. I'm picking this from sprinkler links. Now you Igbo people, not them. So now their word, now their language. So whatever definition they give us, Muku accept them like that. We'll break them down. This is not their word, right? I'm going this way so that I think we need to again we in diaspora we need to be realistic because I don't know what I don't know what is wrong. The fact that we are disconnected from reality just in the moment we step in or out of the airport. It's just I know I just too fast. Or I don't know how to at this point. I don't know. I don't understand. But that's the whole point of today, Simon. Let's try to understand where the disconnection comes. Like maybe because we dey talk to ourselves every day. Only now we they talk to ourselves. We forget what is happening and what we are expecting from this 133 multidimensional poor Nigerians. Anyway, so these same people are defining multidimensional poverty as the condition of suffering from multiple disadvantages, such as lack of clean water, poor sanitation, poor nutrition, lack of electricity, limited schooling, and household unemployment. I don't even think I need to even explain any of this. They are self-explanatory. Now, clean water. If you tell you, if you say you will get clean water, Peter Obi will disagree with you because the man catch fire recently when he's trying to intervene in this area by providing water for just a thing, a few like tinkle of a high of community when he won't give up. And he came out and challenged everyone that this is not just something that these people we are doing for need. Every fucking body in Nigeria needs. So let's get into it. So now, people will not see water drink. You that live abroad, I don't know about if you use myself. Maybe the good example to use as somebody who's on the streets. I don't know if I'm qualified because now when somebody end up on the street naturally or somebody decided to just say, let me live this life, it's different. So that's why I did not say I don't know, but we will get into all that. Me and you know, once you're there abroad, the last thing you think about is clean water, unless you live in Flint, Michigan. And if you're in America, you understand what I mean and what I mean by that. If people in Flint, Michigan cannot can relate to Nigerians, in fact, they themselves get the water, but the water is poisonous, it's contaminated. Mississippi, is somewhere in Alabama, the same thing they experience. But by the case in Nigeria, what I'm trying to say, as soon as you step outside of Nigeria, the last thing you think about is water or clean water. To the point that some of us, once we go back to Nigeria now, there's no going to drink water for the first 1 week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or what could they drink ever? Ragolis. Talking out of experience here. Now, as part of dimensional poverty, then poor sanitation. Now, a lot of people no go feel or no go feel understand say this say more than 133 million Nigerians no get better place to shit. We they do open defecation. And so if they want use grammar, they deceive us for TV or for school. Open defecation. No. We see the shit for our streets, the shit for our backyard. When I did not that time, if you want Yoruba people, we go call them Yoruba Masikashian leader. So moving on, my street credibility for Lagos tight. You know, the only rich people place I stay. I know. I they get to too. We see they do short put. They do short put. Go Ajegule. Go enjoy your Beleni Iba new sites. If you enter inside it's yours at that time. If you passion go to do side, you know. They see they do short puts. See they shit for nylon. See they use and do short puts. Go Akoka, if you go past that, all those seaway, all those lake there, you see they do short push. You come worry Delta, Niger Delta there, you see men they throw away shit on top fly boats. So open defecation, and that takes me my own personal experience. What I mean experience? Yes, make I forget. We will say our village is surrounded by rock. When I wake up in the morning, we get choice. That more go shit for toilet with the backyard, where they dig. Or more climb on top rock, may breeze they blow you. if you come from that donut area, you understand how difficult it will be. Make you make that change. It doesn't matter how luxurious your toilet is. You go see they contemplate. Should I go outside with this fresh breeze, climb on top stone, or enter house? So now, why did I bring that out? When I say personal experience, I remember one of my state House of Exemplary representative. Now, I don't go measure them. No, that do research. Currently serving, and I remember when I want to do wedding that time. Child, myself, I don't live. Oh. I want to wedding that time. I remember I go beg out. After as a friend, is a brother, is a, when I see I go beg, I just like, please, can you do this for me? Can you officiate or make a note specify the role so that not giving out too much. So I remember that time the guy in the south for Abuja na PA to current former deputy governor of Edo State, Philip Shaibu. I was a PA to him in Abuja when the guy was House of Representatives. So I remember after I done beg him, like when I go ask him, he agreed to come. But I remember on that same thing, after we can't get to the talk, he told me that one of the problem where we also people they face now open defecation. I don't feel forget. I don't feel forget. Is a major problem with that that's one thing that is really passionate about blah blah. It was still just a PA to House of Rep member then. So fast forward a few years down the line, you end up becoming a PA, from a PA to House of Rep to PA to now a deputy governor, and as we speak today is a House of Representative member. Up to today, open defecation see the happen for my village. Has to tell you, where we are. The guy dey power now. Anyway, that's another thing. That's our village fight. We'll fight and when the time reach. But at this point, but just to trace my point, it's also part of multidimensional poverty. So, as I said, when you come abroad, that's the last thing you think about where you go shit, even if you are homeless. That's why I don't know how I feel use myself as an example because man a choice because I work, not be my problem. I'm mobile. So I get choice. You understand? I get choice. And because of the way I don't live for hotel, don't live hotel life for the past 17 years, that even up to today, Hayat as an hotel is a brand. Big, if I walk into Hayat for breakfast, they don't know if you turn me back. And for the fact that I don't work for hotel industry, I can tell you how hotel is being constructed. The construct hotel. I don't work as housekeeping. I don't work for front desk. I don't work as a night auditor. I don't work as a marketer. I don't work as a manager. I don't work as a hotel liquidator. So I don't want ABC. So I know hotel to go to. So it's like what to talk. I go eat. I go there. So I get access to so many facilities that maybe I'm not a good example that I can use. But the most important thing is that even if you're on the street, that's what I experienced in what is it they call them? San Diego, California in general, New York and all that. Those motherfuckers still don't worry about where to shit. They worry about where to shit. Science three, then what about saying they worry about water and all that kind of thing, right? Because it's pretty much available everywhere. Free ones there, the ones you can afford, the one you go beg use there, all those things there. So we still have pretty freaking them much millions, 33 million Nigeria who they wake up every morning and how they will take care of their sanity and be the problem. We don't have that. We in diaspora, see? But we are expecting those kind of people. Let me I finish. Let me continue to their definition of multidimensional poverty. Along that one again, they say, well, poor nutrition. Poor nutrition. I think what's his name? Nigerian man, one Nigerian was trying to point it out to me today. Say, why are you like junk? Right? Why are you like junk? Now, again, see, now choice be that. There are other food where in no classify, where you no go fall into junk. If you want to come to Nigeria, we say if you chop amala, if you chop but you all those kinds of things. To us, may no be junk, right? I mean, which you're right. You can argue for it and against that. But do 130 million Nigerians have that choice, have access to those nutritional food to make you wake up say, come on, now waiting I want chop with it. No be say now waiting I go eat or what am I going to eat? Wake up and say, I'm not eating cereal today. I'm not eating scrambled egg today. Avocado. Make a cheat. Like, we don't have that choice. Once you come out for shores of Nigeria, now all of a sudden you have that choice. And I try to stress that point among our for our own athletics community, right? Once you carry you come out from Nigeria, once you get scholarship, you come Nigeria, you come school for America, Europe, anywhere, your performance just goes through the roof. You just improve drastically. And people will always try to say, oh, now coaching we don't get for Nigeria. I said, no, it's not the coaching, it's the fact that you don't come, once you come out for Nigeria, let's say 99% of your problem is wiped away. In this sense, as an athlete in Nigeria, if I wake up when I did Lagos now me a privileged athlete. When I mean privilege, I would not worry about where to sleep, where I stay that time. Where I live in with my brother, a 5-bedroom duplex. Comes with everything. When I mean everything, I know they think about waiting I go chop. No be me they cook food. They go just come knock for my room, say food already. I go to do shaka. So pocket money they come from me. So once I want go stadium, I get choice. I fit take na bike I dey take. If people no Lagos where I dey take bike from Aja. In fact, from Shango Tedo. If you don't know Shango Tedo, if you know LBS, Lagos Business School, purported to be owned by our Otipato Tomi. From front of his school, I go take bike straight to Surulere National Stadium. Now only privileged person they do them every fucking day, right? Shout out to my brother. We was there for me at that time. But I still don't check and say from there. So that's another story. That's not where I'm going with it. So me as a privilege, so I know they worry about some kind of things. I know they worry about NEPA. Once I reach a light, no the automatic gen, the big gen. And so I was privileged in that sense. So now there are a lot of Nigerians, 99% of Nigerians who don't have that privilege. Once they wake up, I think they will chop safe before they go train. They go train empty stomach. Meanwhile, I wake up, I have option of when you can breakfast, I go eat, I get supplement and all that. Then they chop with I go chop. They go train with empty stomach, 2 to 3, 4 hours. Come back again, man. For come hammer a bar. You dey try sleep, make you rest. Light no day. and to come train yourself now struggle in the first place. So all those things, that's the number one thing you have to skate through as a Nigerian athlete before you even say you want to put up a performance. Now, so once you now make it outside, come and get scholarship like me again, come to America, overnight, those things are gone. You wake up, you don't worry about what you do. In fact, I remember the couple of weeks, if I wake up, I they enter panic. Oh, make an iron before they go take light. Oh. But before I call them, I say, fuck it, I don't they take light for this place. You understand? I go wake up, I this school cafeteria, breakfast of different sorts day. I go load, go back room, sleep. Before I will go class, come back, go training, food. So 99% of my worry is gone. All I have to concentrate it now is training. The training itself is already designed. I know they worry about gym. I know they worry about ice bath. I know they worry about massage. I know they worry about if I go all out in training, I pull my hamstring. I know they worry about medication, who go treat me, how they like. All those are gone. That's not like weight, right? So that's it's a typical in Nigeria. Then I reflect to an average every 31 million Nigerian people who actually have to psychologically have to process all these things every fucking day. But again, we are expecting. We'll get to that. So let me continue. Still more from their own definition of what multi-dimensional poverty. Lack of electricity. I mean, listen, I want to talk again. Do I need to actually explain that? That all of us from Nigeria no get access to electricity at this point. If you said that, you are not exaggerating. You are not exaggerating. In the real sense of having access to electricity in the modern world that we live in, 2024, 100% of Nigerians don't have that access to electricity, even the rich among us, in every sense of the word. Because even as we speak now, that they bargain, they give 20 hours or not. So if you said all Nigeria don't have access to that, you ain't exaggerating. So I don't need to push that one so much. So part of dimensional poverty. So if you worry, that's like as I said, one time when I just newly come America or newly travel out of the country, once I wake up, my mind go to shake, make a higher before they take light. You understand? We don't. So once you wake, a Nigerian person wake up, he thinks about all that. Kai, she like go this shop today, make I even go open shops. My drinks no cold. Who will come buy cold drink where everywhere they hot? They don't put. These are just little things that weigh an average person down, because it's all part of the survival. These are basic things you need to survive, so that you can be seen to think clearly of the next thing, or how to contribute to your community, or how to develop your community, or how to fight, or how to hold somebody responsible. Those are the things that you don't have to overcome first. I say limited schooling. Well, I think they are being generous here. Limited schooling. Even we get the full schooling. We were all freaking miseducated. So, and we are expected to think critically, rationally. We expect 133 million people who cannot think critically and rationally based on their background of education. We are expecting them to produce the president. I'm not, as I said, I will go to the expectation. We'll go reach there. Then the last one they put among with what constitutes the multidimensional poverty is the household unemployment. Bam, don't finish. Household unemployment. Well, I think well, Obaseki don't increase minimum wage to 70K. 70K. 70K now they got also as if na good thing. So you are any minimum with your 70K. Maybe a pass, 1, 2, 3 thing there. Policeman who is earning 45,000 before. I know because I did earn that money for like 3 years. You will now be earning what 100 or less. Still shit. Nothing. Now it is from this money we are expecting them to finance their way to victory. Because we know the thing about that one, because you have to finance your way to victory. They never start to talk about that one now. We always, because what we see with our eye is rigging their way to victory, because when they see them as we do our physically, they disfranchise people on voting, they mend people, they beat people, they keep people, they snatch ballot board, they switch up server. All those things are what we can actually see, and most of the time we participated in doing that, right? We don't look at the financial aspect of it. It's also part of the expectation we are having on these 133 million people that they should finance their way to the kind of change they want. The civil rights of the sisters in America, which the only technology they get at time at church, they use it as a technology. 10% tithe, we ain't going to pastors. We're going to the revolution. We're going to organizing. We're going to help people who have been disfranchised economically pretty much since day one of their life. That is how they pull that stunt off. They're not going to tell you that one. But we know, we in diaspora, we know. A Pepe answered it all. Especially if you live in America, as far as you go. All right. One and I say people living beyond $1. Come on, $1 now. $1 you they call like that. You don't get respect. If you are living below $1, you are not poor in Nigeria now. Because if you get 50 cents, 50 cents at this point is close to what? $500. Fucking Christ. Come put over there. Now that I said that out loud, man, it hit me. 50 freaking cents. It's almost 500 naira. Abi? Homeless people in New York, in California, in San Diego, they drink coffee from they drink coffee on $5. They like 2, 3 a day. Yeah, for Texas, at least $2, $2, 25 cents on average. Now you go get coffee. So those who are living below $1 depends on how much below $1 they think they are still. So it's worse than that. That's what I'm trying to point out. So now, after we don't understand a little bit of what multidimension I mean, if we now sit down critically and factor in, these are the things every Nigeria face every second, every minute, every day of their life. Now, when you are faced with things like this every day, you are still expected to organize, to take on one of the most powerful cults called in the Nigerian power hierarchy, the Nigerian governing council, the Nigerian elite. We are expect that's what the most powerful group of people in that part of the world, in every sense of it. When I mean powerful, people they feel they feel compared to their counterparts in the world. No, over you, they are freaking more powerful over you. They have more money more than you. They are in control. They have total control of violence at this point. If you don't understand what I mean, go just think of answers. What happened? They have 100%
of everything more than you. So they are more powerful than you, whether you like it or not. Until you come together in mass, in one accord, then you can say they are not powerful. But in as far you cannot do that, they are more powerful. And now that, but how can they do that? Now you will not put back to me that how can they organize when they are facing with a multidimensional poverty? And I totally agree with you. That's why I said we have to be proactive now. We have to be deliberate. We have to be intentional about all these plans that we are chunking out every day because it is real. As I said, maybe not because they're in our English, now they deceive all of us. Because if we actually understand that this is what multidimensional poverty means, and we can testify to it that every Nigeria is going through because we were once there, then we will not be thinking of the way we are thinking. Oh, we no go send money back home again. Oh, we did. Oh, made them do it. They must do it. They have to vote for it. They must vote for them. No, no, no. We are asking for what they are not even thinking about. That is not even their problem. To start with, that's not their problem. We force them to kill Biano B, kill Bianco Koso, kill Biatunubu. In the real fucking sense, that is not their problem. They just want to survive. And once we understand that and we be intentional about that understanding and take practical move to not just show them that we understand, but actually do something about it. These guys will keep having their way using the same people because 133 million for dimensional poverty don't just happen overnight. It did not happen because Obasanjo was president. It did not happen because Tinubu or any. No, it happened over years. This is a systematic orchestration of the greedy few for the past 30 to 40 years. So if we really want to do something, we should actually factor what these people are going through, since we can relate, and do something along that line. And should stop expecting them to produce the next president. We should stop expecting them to vote in the next president. We should stop expecting them to organize on their own. We should stop expecting them. We should stop expecting anything from these people because it's as if we don't know what they are going through. And they pray every day, make I see money buy Igbo smoke. You they pray every day, make I stop smoke. You know, see you know the work. We miss each other. You are not helping me. If you are want to help me, you ask me what I want. That's why I think that's what we are doing. We are just assessing the problem and coming to conclusion on their behalf. On their behalf. That's what we are doing. Yeah? I dey pray, oh, I dey pray, make I see bar go dey waka for Africa. You dey pray for me, may I get pali. Which I always do. We are on two different trajectories. That's exactly what is going on. What we want is different from what they want. But for some kind reason, we think what we want is more important. So, I no be shout again, no. I come and shout again, no. You just like now, you get gate man. You pay am 30K. Oh, you be about like you dey Benin day now. You don't pay your gate man 70K. Eh? You dey pay am 70K, but you dey expect am every year. May they go France, they bring British, may they go find British bait for you. You go expect that now. Even if you finally save money buy flight ticket this year, I want to come back with that. That's exactly what we are doing. That's exactly what we are doing. Because we don't come now, we know they worry about food again, where we go see, where we go chop. We don't get access to some kind of news where we don't get access to before. Then we just see shit. These people are stupid. They have to do this. They have to do this. Like, nigga, what you worry you just like you don't forget that now. You've been there. When you there, people wait there here before you now, so that they think of you. Just think out. So you've forgotten all of a sudden, just because you wake up in the morning, you don't worry about where's the next hustle gonna come from, the next meal gonna come from, but we expect them to make to be rational in their thinking. They are. Now you know just understand now. The rationale is that survivor fails. Survivor fails. And if you are in their shoes, you ask how rational you are going to be. Shit. I gotta see the end of today before you are talking about tomorrow. Fuck that shit. So the fact that overnight we forget that, and then we're beginning to pounce on them with so much expectation. And if they fall short of that expectation, there's no kind of a grammar will know you to quantify them. For making a decision that is actually the best for them at that point. So you are thinking about it a long time. You are not wrong for thinking about it a long time, but you fucking up issue. If you think the long time is gonna come soon and you start taking care of now. So maybe not because we don't see they talk about now we they talk to ourselves. Man, if now say even we go back to Nigeria, because we don't push, level don't change. We know they hang out to where we go hang out before now. Before the dream not to go kill us. We know if you go kill us. if you are a poor motherfucker that live in Aja, if they drive past every Friday, Saturday, everybody you wear, you're like, fuck, what is going on here? You love killers. Right there. In front of you in the sea, there's no way you be part of my body. Where say posh life, fake life, good life, however you want to classify those motherfuckers, chop life gang. You're living it. You were dreaming how you go to fit in. God come bless your hustle. You go come America or London or Europe anywhere. Or hustle. You hustle, save that better buy. You touch that for Lagos. The first week here, you got your boys now. You know they go join again. Like you lost. You understand? All of this is maybe I'm talking out of experience. I mean, the life that I live, I've seen quite a bit. I can relate to quite a lot. Don't go to club work, maybe, and you make sure that they go so man, one hit long they follow you now, mopo the inside. Jesus. We forgot so quick. And we come back and be say they're fools because they don't see who will change their life for them. Who says they know they see? Nobody alive. Person wey get life, you tell us say no dey see. Person tell us say im priority na him to take sustain that life first. You dey tell us say tomorrow. Fuck tomorrow. So unless we don't believe what they are telling us that Nigerians are that poor, but I don't need anybody to tell me. Shit, I've been Niger to the core. The life that I'm living now, moving from one corner to corner, being broke, being rich, saving money. I've been doing it even when I did Niger. How I say no, Nkolomi village or Kaiti. I love carrying religion, babe. No be say I go compete. No be say nah. No, it's just part of the adventure. I didn't know Inewi, I didn't know Indobi, I didn't know Oka, right? I didn't know really, I didn't know Bill. I didn't know like most of these things I just fucking get off. I say I don't tire, I just hit the road. I move. I've been doing it. Now I can't share within all this within the Abu for Niger. I don't touch I go wow. I go no. I don't see. I don't live quiet. I try. I remember one year I off falling from Greece straight to Abuja. Like I dey compete that time, I say, but at the same time, you get this babe what I need to see. I remember between competition, hotel, getting myself together, I got get accident. Yeah, my guy. Boah! But guess what? After I compete finish, I still enter God is good. They go Sabongeri Kanu. After that, I enter Cisco straight to Lagos. See, so, what am I trying to say? I don't need any publication, anybody to tell me how that country is, how we they enjoy, how we they suffer it. If you want the luxury asset of Nigeria itself, I don't live out. I don't live out. Be privileged to enough to see enjoy as a Nigerian athlete, as a Nigerian ambassador. We don't from Nikon, no, to Sheraton, no, to where they never put us. Where I never, so I've seen the luxury part of it. I don't visit some kind people house. I was like even to sit down and say you're intimidated because of wait how just too much luxury around you. Yeah, I've seen all that. I've seen the poor too. I don't live for a billion. Really gone. All these things. I mean, I don't trek from one from Iban New side or maybe Allen. I've seen. I don't know. No basic choice of my condition. Yeah, condition. No be say this some no be adventure like that. Na condition. You know, just you don't enter bus. Use your last card. Enter bus. Go to your uncle or your brother for one place. They tell you don't travel out. You go back house now. So I don't need anybody to actually tell me that the Nigerians are going through it. If you can't go inner part, you know, often we focus on the north, people in the north. Yes, right, but god damn, our fucking village in the south, east, west, it's not better. You know better. I know better. I mean, they enter. I know it's just city back. They enter villa. I they go. I don't follow coppers. Copper where they go transfer go. It's not better in terms of what they are going through among all these things that we just mentioned. So I know say people are doing it individually, they are doing their own best, providing all this infrastructure for their people, their NGOs everywhere and there. You know, people are foundations, people are doing whatever they can, and I know that, but it's getting too late when we It's getting too late. It's hard time we stop acting individually. We just have to stop acting individually. We have to form a united front. Anywhere you are, any condition you are, there's somebody who can relate. There's somebody who see what you are seeing. There's somebody who have your ideology. Somebody who can relate to your own solution. There's somebody who want what you want. You just have to be deliberate about it. Put a step forward and trust me that will come. I think that's the beginning. We should stop looking at solutions. We're not going to get it in 2027. We're going to deceive ourselves. We're not going to change. We're not going to take Bola Tinubu out. It's not. I don't see it happening. It's not going to happen because we are not. That's not even our target. If that is it, everybody will be working towards it. 2031 is almost gone. We don't almost lose them. When I mean we almost lose them, we are not going to produce a people's president because that is the shortest way to reduce this poverty. Because that's another thing. That's just to reduce it to have just to benefit a little bit of what democracy is all about. We need a people's president. We don't the way we are going. We might not have a shot in 2031 because we are still thinking individually. We are still acting individually. These motherfuckers don't act like that. The people we are wrestling with don't act like that. The people we want to share power with, we want them to share power, want to take power from them, don't work individually. Yes, we can credit to the good, praise to the good of all we care. He didn't do it by himself. He might have the dream, he might have the ambition, but it takes a lot of collaboration, working with the people he doesn't trust, people he trusts, his enemy who he doesn't like. That's how these motherfuckers get ahead. They are ready to take shit from Weibo just to come and oppress us. But once we don't blow our yarn small, we can't. Are too big to want to sit down with the commoners who won't relate. Make I go break small.
Sit down, sit down.
That's all of them dressed like slaves. Now those men, now then they yeah, we should be ashamed of ourselves too. we think they will not smart, we should be ashamed. See, look at the men we will not feel organized, take care of. Just look at them. Look at them.
The governor of Kaduna State, Nasiru El-Rufai, is someone that is never afraid of tackling burning issues amid the situation arising from scarcity of Naira notes, Governor El-Rufai has appealed to citizens to caution against joining protests over shortage of cash and attendant hardship. The governor, who insisted that fifth columnists are behind the crisis to scuttle APC's chances in the 2023 elections, assured residents that legal means are being explored to resolve the crisis. Let's share the story.
I had advanced intelligence that protests will start in Kaduna tomorrow, Wednesday. I'm appealing to all of you not to join the protests or engage in any violence. Let us know who our enemy is. Our enemy is not us. Our enemy are those fifth columnists in the villa working with Godwin Emefiele to bring this country down. And they will fail. This is a deliberate conspiracy against the APC as the ruling party to be blamed for these difficulties. And this is why we came out and revealed what was going on. And the role of the central bank governor as the evil genius behind this conspiracy. He is being used by some elements that want to bring this republic down. They want to bring this democracy down. They want to cause breakdown of law and order. Why are we expected to change 3 trillion in a matter of weeks? And then you print only 300 billion worth of notes, unless you want to create a crisis. Why would you do that? Only 34% of Nigerians have bank accounts. Only 9% of Nigerians used digital platforms for their transactions. You think that you'll move 34% and 9% to 100% overnight?
Hello, Mr. James. The network is acting up.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. Good morning. From here.
I almost spent 20 minutes with you.
Oh, okay. Well, that's more than enough. Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, the line here, the internet here is very
Yeah, how
weak.
have you been? Oh, okay. Yes. Even where I am now currently, it's not any better too. Goes on and off.
Right. Yeah, I saw those.
How have you?
I
How
saw,
are you seeing? What is your reading of things?
I can't hear you. What is my something of things? What? Repeat it again.
Go ahead.
Sorry, the line
I
is
say,
a
what
bit
is
weak. It's a bit.
your reading of things in what's
No, no,
what
I
are you
can't get
seeing
it.
from your own hand? What's going on with
Oh, what's nothing much is
so
happening. Nothing much
politics
is
of
happening
things
here. You know, the
around the country?
can you hear me?
What's
Can you hear me? Oh no, I'm sorry, I cannot. The line is not good.
no? Yeah, I said, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay,
I said,
you see the country,
I'm just
the country is
say
very,
asking you what is your reading of things, the situation that we are in, politically speaking.
the entire country is in disarray. The entire country. You
Mm.
know, I was telling you in 2023, 2022, that there was no need for the 2023 elections, and events are proving me right. The entire country is in disarray. These people, they never prepared for governance. All they were just interested in is to grab power at all costs. And haven't got it because they are not prepared. They don't know what to do. It's just trial and error. Let's try this, let's try that, and do. That's just what is going on. If they are not careful, the country will collapse on their head. And the ruling class will bear the consequence if the country happen to collapse. Because that is what we are seeing right now. The country is collapsing, is crumbling. So they must do everything to salvage the situation. If not, they will, they will face the very harsh consequences. They don't know what the people are capable of doing. They should learn from other countries that have gone through this situation we are grappling with in Nigeria at the moment. See, anyway, it's a laughable thing because nobody ever thought in the 60s, 70s, and early 80s that Nigeria will ever find herself in this deplorable state of affairs. Yeah, Mr. V, are you there?
Hello, Mr. James. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. Sorry, I don't know. I think it's my own network, not yours.
Yeah, I was saying that the country is in total disarray, and it is up to the ruling class to fix it as quickly as possible, because should it collapse, they will bear the consequence. They will know what the people are capable of doing should the country collapse on their head. While they were contesting the elections, they were not prepared for leadership. They were not prepared at all. And it has taken them unawares. Governance is not the same thing as academic qualifications you acquire in the universities and institutions of higher learning. Governance is a bit different from that. Because they are not prepared, this is why they are just grouping in the dark, relying on trial and error to see if, the funny thing is that there was one British poet, I can't remember his name, is it Chaucer or so, who said, if gold rusts, what will iron do? Those who prepare for leadership, who work meticulously to govern their people, they still find it extremely difficult to deliver goods and services, let alone those who did not prepare at all. That is the situation the country is into right now. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes. But from what you are seeing, do you think these guys are ready to actually sit down and say, "Come, this country might collapse"?
Well, it's not a, it is their wish for the country not to collapse. But if it is their wish or not, the country is on the road to collapse. That is how I see it.
But a situation whereby every one of them is focused on the next thing, how to get to the next power, how to get to the next power, how to belong. Do you think they are even putting into consideration what you are saying in terms of the country going down?
The country is collapsing. They have realized it, that the country is collapsing. So every man is trying to get shot of the dead elephant before the game will be over. That is what I see. Every
Okay.
man is just,
So
every
instead
man is
of them,
grabbing.
go ahead.
Yeah, every man is just grabbing as much as he can to take care of himself and his immediate families before before the final whistle is blown. That's how I see it. It's it's a laughable situation. I was saying in 2022 that there was no need for that 2023 elections. Developments have proved me right. Actually, there was no need for that election. They should fix the country. And who is to fix the country is the same ruling class spoiling the country. A corrupt society cannot reform itself. So if we are expecting the ruling class to find solutions to the problem of Nigeria, we are living in a fool's paradise.
Yeah, but there is no way we can stop. There's no way in this sense, because everybody is acting individually. So there's no way we could have stopped them from holding the election since they had them bent on holding the election.
I'm not saying they should not hold the election or what. I said there was no need. That's the language I was speaking. There was no need for that election. They should fix the country if they are serious. Because they are not serious, they are refusing to fix the country. And that is the situation we find ourselves.
What do you? I don't know. I don't know if what is the solution, or I don't know. I clearly see what you are saying. I agree with what you are saying, but what's the way forward?
There's no way forward because, as I said, a An immoral society cannot reform itself. Even all the youths in the country, be it Shogore, what's it called, Obi or whatever it is, the old men, they are all still looking towards these elections, 2027 elections. Now, it will not solve the problem. The country has to pack up. We need to pack up the country. It happened in Europe. Czechoslovakia packed up, Yugoslavia packed up, Ethiopia, the Ottoman Empire collapsed. It's just, it's not historical. When a people cannot live together, they just have to look for alternatives, no matter how bitter it is. Is it compulsory that Nigeria must exist? The answer is no. We have demonstrated for 60 years that we cannot live together. So why are we hell bent on reforming?
Is that actually the problem? I mean, if you say 60 years, we'll be living together. We'll be living together. Even when we fought, we came back together.
No, you see, the issue is this. Because let me put it this way. If I'm at peace with my family and you are at peace with your family, that does not mean that if my family and yours are brought together, we will live in peace. I hope you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Yes, you see your family, your wife, your children, and whatever it is.
But how do we go our separate way when we are already interwoven?
No, we are already in a revolutionary situation. When the Civil War broke out in 1967, nobody ever knew the dimension it would take. That for 2 years we will be grappling with a.
Isn't that the problem? We will fight again, and that will not result to us going our separate way. That will always bring us back together again. The way
I'm not saying, excuse me, I'm not saying we should fight. The issue is
that I know.
If we like it, look, take it from me. If we like it or not, the country will collapse. And the process is already in motion, and from the look of things, it's irreversible. It's just let me put it this way. If I see you now, for example, drinking, let's say, 2 liters of brandy at a go, and you take your car ignition key and you put it on, I will tell you with certainty that you are likely to involve in an accident. That does not mean that I want you to be involved in an accident or I'm the cause. I'm just telling you what will happen. The country is irreparable. It's irreparable.
From what you are saying, that these people are trying to grab whatever they can. Now, if I'm behind the wheel with drinking 2 liters of brandy, what if I'm in a car that is bomb-proof, bulletproof, if you get accident, I will survive? Because that's what, from your analysis, that's what these people are doing. They are getting what they can so that when the country finally explodes, they will still survive and pick up where they stop.
No, excuse me. When countries collapse, like Yugoslavia, new countries emerged. When the Ottoman Empire collapsed, new countries emerged. At the end of First World War, Woodrow Wilson 14 points agenda, at the end of 1919, Eastern European countries emerged. Ethiopia and Eritrea, they fought wars for how many decades? A new country emerged. That does not mean that when Nigeria collapsed, new countries will not emerge.
But I think that's the problem. We are not fighting along those lines, though. This example that you just gave, Nigerian situation is not that we are fighting along. We are not fighting along those lines. We are just fighting.
When the Ottoman Empire collapsed at the end of First World War, the people did not have the intention that new countries like Bulgaria and Poland and others will emerge in Eastern Europe. It is the consequence of the collapse that led to the emergence of those countries with the help of Woodrow Wilson in the USA. So the point I'm making is this. We don't need to sit down and plot that should Nigeria collapse, what will be the fate of Western Nigeria? Should we form a Oduduwa? Should we form alliance with Bender? Those things,
Mr. James,
Yes.
I agree with you that Nigeria will collapse, but not along the line you are saying it. Using Ottoman Empire as an example, I don't think it's because they were power that actually want the Ottoman Empire to collapse. They were like legit powerhouse. The US, as you said, they were working day and night to make sure that empire collapsed. We don't have people who are
No,
working day and
no,
night for
no,
Nigeria to collapse. Instead, they are working to keep Nigeria together.
no, excuse me. I slightly disagree with you. The issue is this. The Ottoman Empire, it has been called the sick man of Europe for so many decades or even a century or two before the outbreak of First World War. The empire had been thoroughly weakened. Even within the empire, the Armenians, who are mainly Christians, and the other people in the country, they were not on good terms. There's a war they fought at a place called Gallipoli during the First World War. The Ottoman Empire lost that war partly because of the internal misunderstandings they had. While all this were going on, nobody anywhere conspired that the country should be split into, the empire should be split into countries.
So,
But when the empire,
Mr.
excuse
James,
me,
Mr. James, you just said the Ottoman Empire fought a war. They lost that war because they were weak. We are not. That's what I'm saying. We are not
no,
in a
excuse me,
situation to fight.
no, get me right. It's not the war that made them to be weak. It has
No,
been the sick man of Europe long,
yes,
long, long before the outbreak of the
yeah,
war.
I agree. But do you see us fighting war with anybody?
Look, I'm citing an example. That does not mean that we are going to fight a war before we collapse. The country is
I agree.
already.
I agree. I know. I'm not disagreeing with you that the country might is leading to collapsing. I agree. I'm just trying to figure out that even if it collapses, what is the probability that we are going to come off better off? That's I'm trying to. That's where I'm trying to go with
That
it.
is what I want. Okay, give me time. Let me explain it before I leave.
Okay.
Now, if the country should collapse, why is it that we are not getting along with each other? As I said earlier on, if you are at peace with your family, I'm at peace with my family. If we bring the two families together, that does not mean we will live in peace. There are different nations in Nigeria of today, Yoruba nation, Hausa nation, whatever it is. When the country eventually split, if the Yorubas can organize themselves, fine, let them organize themselves along their own line. If they cannot organize themselves, so be it. That is their problem. The same thing
But
applies to all parts of the country. A situation whereby you bring different families together because you want them to live in peace, whereas they cannot live in peace collectively, but they can live in peace individually. That is the
but
situation we find out.
Mr. James, but these nations that you just mentioned, the Yoruba nation, they've come together and agreed to share power, and that's what they've been doing. So that's what I'm saying. I understand the picture you are painting. I'm just trying to see how it's going to happen and along which line. That's what I'm trying to see. They've agreed to be sharing power. So it's power that always caused division to that point of collapsing. But these people are find a way to come together and say, you know what, we're going to be sharing power. And so far, it's been going on successfully. So that's why I keep asking. This collapsing, along which line is going to happen? And so I don't really see that even if it happens, they will not come back together again
Look,
and form a formidable
we
bond.
cannot say along which line is going to happen. It's just like, let's say, June 12th. When June 12th erupted, if somebody had predicted on June 11th that this is what I'm foreseeing, they will tell you it's a liar.
Yeah, but
Events just unfold.
Mr. James, what happened after then? We still come together. That is a point I'm making. We will always fight, but these people are find a way to agree to share the commonwealth. So minor disagreement, they will always. So even if the country collapsed today, what happened the next day? These people are still going to survive and come together again and keep sharing the national wealth. There is no
How do
way.
you know? How do you
Because
know they will come together?
you
Unless
just
the
give
country
example.
belongs.
You just give example. We fought civil war. We come together. We do junta. We always come together because there is a very cordial agreement, and that's why I was complaining about 2023, the agreement that they signed in secrecy. they bring it out for us in public, and we supported it.
Excuse me, look, let me cite another example before I leave, because I have something
Yeah,
I want to do.
yes.
Now, look, during Shagari's administration, there was corruption all over the country. Umar Ojiko, Uba Ahmed, Akinloye, and others. People thought that they were Alpha and Omega. When the government was toppled, the whole of the big shots, they went behind it. In fact, they disappeared, to the surprise of everybody, that a man like Umar Ojiko, what's his name? Adisa Akinloye, Diko, Uba Ahmed, and what have you, they were nowhere to be seen. If this country should collapse today, all these big shots you are seeing, all these Yaya Bello and what have you, the whole of them, they will disappear. When the people descend on them, you will not see any of them. And let me ask you a question. How many of their children are in Nigeria today? Because they know what is coming. Even Showore, his family is not in Nigeria because they know what is coming. You got the point?
James,
so it doesn't, unless the country did not collapse, if the country should collapse, it can never come together again. Those who will bring it together, they will flee.
Mr. James, I agree with you. The only thing where I'm having difficulty with that. Every time we are at this crossroad, these people find a way to come together. You know why? Because their source of coming together is on one spot. There's no way the Yoruba man will verse, so it's not going anywhere. They are not going anywhere. See, you just said it. When the Moruduku chased those men away because they had guns, what happened? We come back together again. Just like in Egypt, when they chased them out of power, today, where are they? The men are back again. So my question is that, what can we do to make sure they don't come back? That's the point where I'm trying to get to. It's not that it's not going to happen. It will happen. We will chase them away. But
no, excuse me, no, you are getting no, you got something wrong. You said you chase them away. It's not.
That's what you said, not me. That's what you said. Say the Yaya Bello and go, they will run. Once we descend on them, I agree.
If you kill Bola Tinubu today, this problem will still continue. It is a system that will collapse, not the individuals.
Exactly.
When the system collapses, when the system has crumbled, eventually, these people you are seeing today, the ruling class, will be no more. A new ruling splinter groups of ruling classes will emerge in different parts of the country. The Igbos will take care of themselves. Look at the Yorubas. Look at the Yorubas, for example. Before Muhammadu Buhari came to office, they were not all that vociferous about this Yoruba nation. They were not very, they were the compromising types. Let's get along because they knew what they were getting. But it has reached a stage whereby the country right now has never, since 1914, experienced what we are going through now. For the judiciary to collapse, executive collapse, you get what you call legislature collapse, the institutions are all the health facilities, road transportation, and all segments of the society has crumbled. The country has never passed through this stage before. And I do not see how a rotting society like Nigeria will reform itself. It's not possible. So what we should be thinking of is post-Nigerian republics. How will the people be governed along their own line in order for people not to suffer the way people are suffering in Southern Sudan? That's how I see it.
Mr. James, I agree with your theoretical submission, but in reality, once it happens, these men will come back again because we are not.
Excuse me.
Mr. James.
Let me ask you one question. Let me ask you one question. When they topple Shagari's government, why is it that people like Uba Ahmed, Akinloye, what's it called? Uba Ahmed, Akinloye, what's this man's name? Umaru Diko, another. Why did they not come back?
Let me understand one thing.
Why did they not come back?
Let me understand one thing. Power will always exchange hands. That's why we say the most constant thing in life is change. Power will change. leave Yoruba people and go to another gang. That's what I'm saying. It is an arrangement that even if the way every institution is not working, not that it's not working, it's not working for us. That's the time we need to have. Whatever you think has collapsed, the judiciary. Hold on. The judiciary is working. It's not just working for me and you. So you clearly agree, which I totally am with you on that these people are just doing whatever they can to get what they want. They are getting what they want so that if the country actually eventually collapses, they will be in a better position to come back. It may not be immediately. That's why I keep using the Egyptians as an example. Egyptian ruling class lost out. Hold on now. Oh. That's what I'm saying. When the Imoduko came and chased everybody, that's why we are still here. They will always find a way to come back. So that's why when we say the country is going to collapse, along which line that is it going to collapse? These guys will run away within a 5 seconds. Everybody will fly out of the country. They can go and stay for the next 10 years, but they are coming back.
No,
it has always happened in terms of Nigeria because the source of their joy is from oil, nothing more. There's nothing in the north that would make them die for. There's nothing in the way that would make it die for. It's just what I want. So they will always find ways to come back.
Well, look, let me go back to the example I cited. When the Ottoman Empire collapsed, Poland, Bulgaria, Romania, East European countries, they emerged. Why did they not go back to Ottoman Empire? Those who were calling the shots before the collapse of the empire, why did they not go back? When Eritrea broke away from Ethiopia, why did they not go back at the end? So if Nigeria should collapse, I don't know how to...
Mr. James, I think this is again what two Nigeria and that man was going back and forth on Dr. Damages.
Because I believe that...
Why did all these things, why did they collapse? And why they no fit come back the way they were? We should be putting everything in context so that the people will understand. I am not saying Nigeria will not collapse or cannot collapse. That is the least of our problem. The least of our problem is Nigeria collapsing. That's okay. What? Are we in a better position to build a different power structure for ourselves if it collapse? I can come out boldly to say no. We are not even anywhere close.
No. Excuse me, no. Don't say no for one reason. If your family and mine cannot live together, that does not mean that I cannot live with my family separate from yours.
Mr. James, this message you are giving is our families are living together.
Excuse me.
It's not a belief. It's not a belief. I have families. It is not a belief. It's what I know. I don't believe what I know.
Why do you believe that the Igbos, for example, just an example, why do you believe that the Igbos cannot organize themselves in the country? Tell me.
Mr. James, I think you are again. I think you are missing the point here. I am not arguing with you that Nigeria cannot collapse. That is not my point of contention. My point of contention is that if we collapse, who come out victoriously, and what happened afterwards? Who is in a better position to come back again? We, the people, are not in a better position because we are not even thinking about that. We just want it to collapse. Then what? If it collapse eventually, then what? These people are doing it. You yourself said it, that they are getting whatever they can. For what? To prepare themselves for what is next. They are preparing for what is next. We are not preparing.
You are not getting it right. You are not getting it right. They are amassing wealth. Take the Yorubas, for example. They are amassing wealth not to promote the what they call Oduduwa agenda, but individual. Where do they keep this money? It's individual accounts. They don't have a Yoruba or Oduduwa account where they keep the money. Should the country collapse today, the new Oduduwa Republic will start to generate its own money to run its own affairs. The money those people stole will not be readily available for Oduduwa to take off or to do anything.
That is a wish. That is a wish. That's everybody's wish. Even my small tribe, we get that kind of dream too. That's a wish. In reality, what holds these people together, there's no way they can just leave it for 100 years and go away. It's not possible. Since
Excuse me.
we,
No,
since
excuse
we the
me.
victims are not actually
No,
taking
I
a
have to
deliberate
go
step.
because I have something to do. I'll be back in about 30 minutes from now.
All right.
Hello?
Yes, I said okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes. I can hear you.
Can you hear me, please?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello?
Oh my God. Mr. James, I can hear you.
Can you hear me? Hello? Hello,
Mr.
can you
James,
hear me?
yes. I don't know. You that cannot hear me. I can
Oh,
hear you. I hear you. You say you'll come back in 30 minutes.
oh, good. Thank you so much. Because
Yeah.
I have something very urgent to attend to.
Okay.
Thank you so much for the time.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Mr.
Right.
James.
I'm very grateful. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, and I think that is the whole thing. We wish we are not. See, Nigeria will collapse. These motherfuckers will run away. Yeah, we go form our own government, which we are not even thinking about in the first place. But they'll still come back. Egyptian revolution is the most successful revolution in modern history in terms of destroying power structure. It's the most successful. But what happened as we speak today? Who is back in power? The military elite are back in power. So if you agree that these people are stealing to prepare themselves for what next, then what are our own preparations? We just want the country to collapse. We want to go our separate way. It doesn't happen just because we wish or that is what we feel is best for us. What are your deliberate plan in place so that if the country collapse, these are the people that will take over and steer the nation? Because just because the country collapse, you think these people are just going to go and forget. No, they will start from a different dimension. And examples that we give all the time, we should try as much as we can to be giving context to it. That was exactly what Nigeria was going going after Mr. I don't know, Okafor or something. Please, if I don't get in the name, I don't forgive me. When you were talking about Mao and the China Revolution, you cannot talk about the Chinese today without what Mao did. You don't have to agree with what Mao did, killing millions. That's not the point of contention. Does he have a role to what today China is? It is. The Ottoman Empire collapsed because they were power block from America and everywhere that wanted to be destroyed, just like exactly what is happening. So there should be a contest. There's no adversary like that facing Nigerian yet. Now we ourselves one with the fight, one with the that. There's no force outside the country that is backing either the Biafran or the Oduduwa party. No. So in other words, now power, then all these things are just politics, all now power. The Yoruba people will serve their own finish, hand over to the next people. That is the agreement that these gentlemen are agreed on privately, but they brought it up also collectively signed to in 2023. So when you have a very, very robust agreement within the North, East, West, South, however dimension you want to classify the Nigerian elite, they are very happy. Very happy. All these, just that's how the game is played. Waiting the best me past Nigeria love soccer. They feel die. If you approach any Nigerian on street, make them bring them go begin analyze Manchester United, all this thing for you. Don't you think that is how the politicians work? Off season, una go dey buy players, sack coaches, replace them, build more facilities. That's the way this elite operates. They are busy running around now trying to negotiate themselves out of one party to another, out of one position to another, ahead of the next National League. Why would I know the reason like that as a footballers? That's what these people do. They get bench Everywhere they get people who would like they are everywhere can agree to disagree. That's why they will tell you in politics there's no permanent enemy or permanent friend. What do we want to make our own disagreement permanent? Nigeria will scatter. But how? It's very important. How? How long can you stop me from visiting my families in the north or in the east? 1 year? 10 years? My own lifetime? I bet you if you succeed in doing that, just of my next generation that are coming. So we should stop deceiving ourselves. When we they use European nation as an example, though this empire collapse, why it collapse? Yes, their internal fight going on that weekend, but they are external power that are working day and night to make sure it collapse. Just like China, just like the way the American wants Russia to collapse. So if Russia finally collapse next year, now you go say now Ukraine I for them. No, it's not. Not be Ukraine for them. If China fall tomorrow now, you go say, oh, no. There are literally a lot of things that is going on the ground. That's why I started with the blinking, visiting China. So it's good enough for us to use an example, but let's give context to them why it happened and what happened afterwards. After everything that the Yoruba people went through before June 12th, which where they did now, then everybody is smiling and They no come back talking like Emiloko. They came back with Emiloko. After everything that I think they went through, they came back and said Emiloko. The same thing. I guarantee you the same thing. The time, any day when the Babali decide among themselves, okay, we want to get an Igbo president, you will see how they'll pull it off. After you go know, say, oh, na power, everybody define. Of course, we have people who are genuinely asking themselves, are we going to survive as a group of people within in the next 100 years, 200 years? There are people on the ground genuinely asking questions. Even if we get the presidency we need, what next? All this, I'm not pushing all this out to the side. But as far as I'm concerned, they are still in the back burner. The guys who are running the show now don't give a hoot. They are ready for the next Nigeria, however it wants to come. Regionally, 3 countries, 10 countries, 1 country, they are freaking in a better position to me. That's why I was actually talking about this 130 million dimensional people. We are expecting them to pull off the plug and collapse Nigeria with little resources from it. So person where they best, where they hungry. As they say, a hungry man is a hungry man. You don't care. You don't have plan of what next. You just want to fuck make everybody go. Let it go end down. That's what our interest. That's where it lies. But these guys who are in charge, their interest is not more. They are like, okay, fine. We'll lose few billion, few property, maybe few family members. But what next? Yes, always what next? We are not. We will just say we are just saying we are going to destroy it and we are going to succeed. But we never ask ourselves what next. And I think that's what I was trying to get Mr. James to see. Yes, Nigeria will collapse. I agree with you. I don't know where, I don't know how, I don't know. But what next?
The governor of Kaduna State, Nasiru El-Rufai, is someone that is never afraid of tackling burning issues amid the situation arising from scarcity of naira notes. Governor El-Rufai has appealed to citizens to caution against joining protests over shortage of cash and attendant hardship. The governor, who insisted that fifth columnists are behind the crisis to scuttle APC's chances in the 2023 elections, assured residents that legal means are being explored to resolve the crisis. Let's share the story.
I had advance intelligence that protests will start in Kaduna tomorrow, Wednesday. I'm appealing to all of you not to join the protests or engage in any violence. Let us know who our enemy is. Our enemy is not us. Our enemy are those fifth columnists in the villa working with Godwin Emefiele to bring this country down. And they will fail. This is a deliberate conspiracy against the APC as the ruling party to be blamed for these difficulties. And this is why we came out and revealed what was going on. And the role of the central bank governor as the evil genius behind this conspiracy. He is being used by some elements that want to bring this republic down. They want to bring this democracy down. They want to cause breakdown of law and order. Why are we expected to change 3 trillion in a matter of weeks? And then you print only 300 billion worth of notes, unless you want to create a crisis. Why would you do that? Only 34% of Nigerians have bank accounts. Only 9% of Nigerians used digital platforms for their transactions. You think that you'll move 34% and 9% to 100% overnight?
The governor of Kaduna State, Nasiru El-Rufai, is someone that is never afraid of tackling burning issues amid the situation arising from scarcity of naira notes. Governor El-Rufai has appealed to citizens to caution against joining protests over shortage of cash and attendant hardship. The governor, who insisted that fifth columnists are behind the crisis to scuttle APC's chances in the 2023 elections, assured residents that legal means are being explored to resolve the crisis. Let's share the story.
I had advance intelligence that protests will start in Kaduna tomorrow, Wednesday. I'm appealing to all of you not to join the protests or engage in any violence. Let us know who our enemy is. Our enemy is not us. Our enemy are those fifth columnists in the villa working with Godwin Emefiele to bring this country down. And they will fail. This is a deliberate conspiracy against the APC as the ruling party to be blamed for these difficulties. And this is why we came out and revealed what was going on. And the role of the central bank governor as the evil genius behind this conspiracy. He is being used by some elements that want to bring this republic down. They want to bring this democracy down. They want to cause breakdown of law and order. Why are we expected to change 3 trillion in a matter of weeks? And then you print only 300 billion worth of notes, unless you want to create a crisis. Why would you do that? Only 34% of Nigerians have bank accounts. only 9% of Nigerians used digital platforms for their transactions. You think that you'll move 34% and 9% to 100% overnight?
Anjaman, you don't hear him.
Single biggest mistake of President Biden is to say the great struggle of the world is between democracies and autocracies.
He was not copied from the SGF office.
Nigerians will check this.
How did he receive? How did he receive?
Shit.
He was not copied from the SGF office.
Nigerians will check this.
How did he receive? How did he receive the letter
that he is making reference
that
to?
he made reference to and replied it to me, while the SGF didn't copy it to him. The letter is not copied to him. How is it? Means
Nigerians, are you understanding what is happening?
Yes, sir.
it means he is the one arranged the letter so that he don't want to come before the committee. So I quickly wrote a reply to the SGF.
Oh yeah.
Informing the SGF that they are too small.
You can send it to them now.
Informing the informing the SGF that they are too small to suspend my committee.
Please go and get me this letter.
Because I was appointed by Mr. President,
the Commander-in-Chief.
And when he appointed me, he didn't assign me to work under any SGF or ministry. He approved our committee between only me and him. And he told me he didn't trust all of them. He trusts only the DGDSS. I should go and work only with the DGDSS. And if anybody send you any letter, don't listen to it. If I am not the one calling, if there is something, I will tell DG to tell you, or I will call you.
Thank you.
And try to come and brief me in every week about this assignment.
Thank you.
He asked me, who do you want me to attach you with him so that anytime you will come, he will bring you in time, in weekly basis. I told him the chief protocol, Lawal Kazore, is my elder brother, and he's the one normally bringing me this place. So if I change to another, he will not be happy. He said, okay, call protocol for me. President says they should call protocol for him to tell him before me. They went, protocol has left. They say protocol went, he went his house. He said, okay, I will tell him tomorrow. I even repeated to Mr. President, don't forget. President even say, I will never forget. I repeated to him 3 times, don't forget, because they can easily block me
from
to come and seeing you. He said, no, I will tell them. And I am sure President tell them. But when I wrote the presidential 30 days report, which is here, progressive report, 30 days progressive report to Mr. President, Kazore blocked me. He said,
your own senior brother.
He said, I should not see the president. He said, I will not see the president. I told him, look at the type of big assignment that will save this nation, save the integrity of the president. The president, we will settle all our international and local debt. Then we will implement our budget without borrowing, and we will still have money to add our foreign reserve or to leave money to the next government to come.
How?
I sent him a text message that if he didn't allow me to see the president in the next 2 weeks, I am going for press conference.
That is the reason why you are talking now. Hold the line. Hold the line. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Ordinary President.
Yes, Nahumi and I'm Devano. Waiting be your contributor. Where are you Devano from?
My name is Bashir. I'm calling from UK Brighton.
Okay.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, sir. Quickly, 1
Sir,
minute.
I just want to say, there's a saying from one of the songs of Alhaji Bamba Shata, which translates to a coward cannot become a hero. So this is what Honorable is doing for us, for the country. He's being courageous, stepping up and becoming a hero. And we ought to appreciate him. And one more thing I want to say, it is a flaw or a mistake to appoint a CBN governor who was an MD of a commercial bank.
Zenith Bank.
Because he's already from the clan or from the cabal of banking sector. So all he will do is protect the interests of the banks, and the banks will protect his own interests. If you understand what I mean.
Yeah, well, very well.
So in the future, I think since Honorable is here, maybe they should put an act in the Constitution that the CBN governor cannot come from commercial private bank to CBN.
Thank you.
Because of this kind of conflict of interest that is going to happen.
Thank you very much.
So this is my contribution, sir.
Thank you
so much.
May God Almighty continue to bless and reward you.
Thank you.
You say you are from which country? Oh, no.
So, Mr. Chairman, this is the reply I wrote to the
Okay,
Habiba.
let me read it. Presidential Committee on Reconciliation and Recoveries of All Stamp Duties.
The government of the day, President Buhari, in one of his promises, campaign promises to Nigerians, is what? Stop subsidy. He said so. And then the major question he asked in one of his campaigns is, who is subsidizing who? When we get there, we'll sort it out. He has been here 7 years plus, subsidy is getting stronger. The question is whose investment is the subsidy? Who is killing the refineries? You are now discovering more oil in Northeast. What is to come? There are already investments going on another type first of bunkering. Another type, bunkering on land, away and far away from sea. We are going to see something unless we have a leadership that care for Nigeria, that will carry Nigerians along, that will get Nigerians educated, that will create a barrier from this monster and the managers of the monster at home and outside. We are in for a very big problems. And so the tiny little peanuts they are being given, many of our elders, many of those who are opportunistic, they found themselves in places, whether as civil servants or as politicians, are the problems of this country, not the majority poor who don't even know what is going on. The government of the day, President Buhari, in one of his promises, campaign promises to Nigerians, is what? Stop subsidy. He said so. And then the major question he asked in one of his campaigns is, who is subsidizing who? When we get there, we'll sort it out. He has been here 7 years plus, subsidy is getting stronger. The question is whose investment is the subsidy? Who is killing the refineries? You are now discovering more oil in Northeast. What is to come? There are already investments going on another type first of bunkering. Another type, bunkering on land, away and far away from sea. We are going to see something unless we have a leadership that care for Nigeria, that will carry Nigerians along, that will get Nigerians educated, that will create a barrier from this monster and the managers of the monster at home and outside. We are in for a very big problems. And so the tiny little peanuts they are being given, many of our elders, many of those who are opportunistic, they found themselves in places, whether as civil servants or as politicians, are the problems of this country, not the majority poor who don't even know what is going on.
Yeah, man, you did a video work. I don't tire. I want chop me work start. Ladies and gentlemen, we will see when we see. Ciao, ciao.